If you're watching a video like this, I think we have something in common. We're both sports fans. I've been a sports fan my whole life, and I've reached a point in my life where I think I can honestly acknowledge the biases that sports fans have about their favorite players and their favorite teams, right? For example, when I was a kid, I cheered for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I still do, but when I was a kid, they had that steel curtain defense. And one of the players on that defense, his name was Joe Green. His nickname? Mean Joe Green. But he wasn't really mean, right? He didn't do anything wrong. He just played the game hard. He was difficult to play against. He never broke the rules or anything. And it seems that to this day, fans still have those biases, whether they acknowledge them or not. That's what fans are all about. But, it occurs to me in the modern day that even teams have those biases. The people that run the organizations, heaven forbid that you offer any criticism or analysis that goes against what they think of the team or how they want other people to view the team. And I find us particularly sensitive around the game of hockey. But think back to the past. Think of the Broad Street Bullies or the Big Bad Bruins, who embraced the reputation that they had. How about even in baseball with the 1970s Oakland Athletics, the so-called bad boys of baseball? And of course, do I need to even talk about the Charlestown Chiefs, made famous in Slapshot, the movie starring Paul Newman? Heck, we had a pretty close modern example of that in the Danbury Trashers. I could go on and on, but the point is, whether in real life or in film, there have been teams that have embraced their rough-and-tumble image. Let me present to you a hypothetical team. Let me create a team for you and see what you think. I'll give you some data to make an assessment on. Let's say there's a hockey team that leads the league in penalty minutes 2 out of 3 seasons. Let's say this same hockey team in one season has more suspensions in terms of the number of players who got suspended and the number of games total that they were suspended than any other team in the entire league in which they compete. In fact, on this hypothetical team, one of their players was suspended for almost as many games as he played over the course of a season, and he alone had more games in suspensions than half the teams in the league had suspended over the course of a season. How would you view a team like that? Would you look at the team as being a little bit unlucky? Was the league being difficult on that team by handing out so many penalties or handing out so many suspensions? Was that team a dirty team, a physical team, a team that played on the line and sometimes crossed over it? I don't know. But I think if you look at that statistical analysis, if you analyze the data and the evidence that's in front of you, you could come up with all kinds of things to call that team. But it seems to me that in this day and age, that team would say, no, that's not true. We're not like that, even though the data overwhelmingly suggests that you are. Here's what I'd like to finish with. If that image, based on all of that data, is so bothersome to you, if you don't like the reputation it presents, you can change the reputation. It's totally up to you if you change the style of play on this hypothetical team, of course. I'm Farwell. It's Friday. We'll see you at the race.